Hello everyone, welcome to Achievers IAS classes. Let's begin our discussion on the current events of 12th January 2019. The first issue news is regarding the Me Too campaign. Last year, many from across the globe and from the Indian media and entertainment industry took to the social media to share the personal accounts of being sexually assaulted and harassed by colleagues and seniors at workplaces. Many of these allegations, such as those against the former Union Minister Mr. M.J. Akbar, were about the incidents that took place several years ago, and the government had set up a subcommittee to look into the various laws and recommend ways to prevent sexual harassment at workplace after a detailed scrutiny. In this regard, the subcommittee is likely to propose the dropping of the 3-month time limit for the victims to file the complaints as mandated under the Prevention of Sexual Harassment at Workplace Act. This will require an amendment to the Section 9 of the Act, which says that a complaint will have to be filed within 3 months of an incident. However, until the law is amended, the committee may recommend that an internal committee can relax the 3-month window after an order or noting down of the proper reasoning for waiving the time limit. Apart from this, the committee is also likely to propose that the members of the internal committees be treated on par with public servants as defined under the Section 21 of Indian Penal Code so that they have the immunity from prosecution. We'll further look into this issue once the committee recommendations are out in public domain. Until then, let's move on to the next issue, which is regarding the ongoing developments at ISRO. ISRO has recently said that work on the Gaganyaan project, which is the project to send a manned mission to space by the year 2022, would start soon at the newly created Human Space Flight Center in Bangalore. For this purpose, the heavy lift launch vehicle, that is, the GSLV Mark III, would be suitably certified and human rated for the targeted flight by December 2021. Along with this, ISRO has announced that the PSLV launch vehicle, which is considered as the trusted workhorse of ISRO, will get new features like an additional strap-on booster to give the added thrust, and also equipping the fourth stage of the vehicle with lithium-ion batteries. The move of integrating the lithium-ion cells are critical to keep the spent stage of the rocket in orbit and thereby convert the fourth stage into a makeshift satellite in order to reduce the space debris. This is because the initial stages of the rocket, once they detach, drop back into the sea, but the fourth stage, after releasing the payload, wanders around in space as junk. And if ISRO is successful in integrating the lithium ion cells, the fourth spent stage will be automatically recycled into a valuable platform for space-based experiments. On that note, let's move on to the next issue, which is regarding the recent case filed by the National Investigation Agency against 8 men from Kerala and Karnataka who have said to have joined the Jabhat al-Nusra, which is a former Al-Qaeda outfit in Syria. This is the first time that the agency has filed a case against Indians for joining a terrorist outfit other than the Islamic State in Syria, and a senior NIA official has said that they traveled to Syria from Qatar where they were working previously. The Jabhatul Nasra is a terrorist organization which originated in Syria and Iraq in the year 2011, and its strongholds include Syria and Lebanon. We'll further look into this issue based on the future developments. For now, let's move on to the next issue, which is regarding the US government shutdown over the construction of the Mexico wall. The construction of a wall by the US on its border with Mexico was one of the campaign promises of the US president, which has now become a politically divisive issue, which has resulted in a stalemate leading to a US government shutdown and around 8 lakh public sector workers without pay. At the heart of the political crisis is the increasing polarization of public opinion given the anti-migrant rhetoric terming the Latin Americans as drug dealers, rapists and violent criminals, along with shutting down the US border to travelers from certain Muslim majority countries. This is the longest shutdown in US history and the US President has also hinted that he may declare a state of national emergency if the status quo continues. In this regard, there are several questions raised, like the migrant border crossings have been in a decline over the past 2 decades, and most of the entries into US have been through the legal ports of entry, and the State Department of US has admitted that no terror operatives have entered the US through the Mexico border. Also, the president's demand that Mexico will pay for the wall and indirectly fund it through trade deals does not hold merit because it is the corporations which pay tariffs under the trade deals and not the Mexican government, thereby leading to a conclusion or a question if US is truly a melting pot, that is a country which is built on the prowess of entrepreneurship and technology driven by the migrants, or is it a declining world power which is waging an uncompromising battle to regain what it has lost? If that's not the case, a course correction is in order to end the shutdown of the US federal government. On that note, I'm wrapping up today's news analysis. Do like, share, and comment to support this initiative. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.